Hey, look, bro, I found some oil.
Alright, what's up, you fucking weirdos? We're back in Islands again. I know I said I was gonna do animal care setup, but that's gonna be next video, but I do have it done right here. I think I'll release it in a few days. Who knows? But it is pretty much kind of well optimized. There's definitely a way to do it better, but this is pretty minimalist and we'll get all the food that you need, so I'll do that next video. But I thought, like, while I'm rebuilding my oil deposits, I might as well do a tutorial on how to do that too. So this farm can make 200 barrels an hour, but that's a rough estimate. That's like what's 224? What a fucker. That's like 5,000 barrels a day, basically. You want to build basically like one or two of these if you want to fuel like your flower farm, or like for example, that fucking avocado tree, you want to fuel that, but you barely need any oil for that. And I'm gonna show you how to make an oil fuel based flower farming fueling system too, but that's gonna be very soon because I'm too lazy. But the benefit of this design is it uses as few pipes as possible. So I only have 21 pipes here. I don't know if it's possible to go lower, but I've tried my best. Well, not I. This is definitely a collab, not even collab. I didn't really design this. It was like some other fucker, the cameraman. I don't know. I'll put his Discord on screen. Basically, helped me design this and optimize it. So this uses as few blocks and like pipes as possible. But I don't know. Maybe there's a way to make it smaller. But there's no other way on YouTube. So fuck you. This is the best one for now. Okay. Videos there. And also, I forgot to do a material list, so I'm just gonna flash that on the screen right now. Just take a screenshot or some shit, I don't know. Okay, first thing that I would recommend to do when starting this to make things easier, just make like a small like working platform. It doesn't have to be too big, but just to get your bearings over. Alright, so what we're gonna get now is our pump jack, our coal totem, conveyor, and we need a time chest right here. So place your pump jack any direction, it doesn't matter. I have them all facing one way, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, for all these deposits we're using pastel yellow slabs because pastels are like the least laggy block because they have no texture, but like you can use any block you want. And I just use slabs to save blocks. Alright, so we're gonna place that chest like right behind the pump jack, obviously. Set it to 60 seconds. If you're gonna auto click that like me, make sure it says 60 after you set it. Okay, let's add our coal totem. So conveyor, then coal totem. These two blocks here, we're gonna place conveyors going to the void. So it's a three-way split. One third goes to the chest, which powers the pump jack, which is more than enough to power it because it lasts 60 seconds. Alright, next up. And then, oh yeah, the chest is there because, to account for, like, bad RNG, I guess. Okay, so this is where things get a little complicated. Alright, so this is a slab we're gonna use. Okay. So we're gonna go out by 1, 2, curve it like this, and then we're gonna remove these two pipes at the start. We're gonna curve it out and then that way, so make sure it's curved like this. That way when you place the pipes back here, they're not gonna move around and glitch out. So here and here. Now what we're gonna do is remove this pipe actually, and then place a pipe like that so it orients that way. And then we're gonna remove this pipe out that way. And then we're going to remove these pipes, and then here's where our block is going to be, right there. We place a junction here and junction here. Make sure they're facing the right way, the junctions. Alright, and that's the start. Now what we're going to do is let's get our gold blocks to be a little simpler. Okay, so we're gonna have a pipe like this, and this is where we're gonna place one of our refineries. Now let me get out my tanks and my fuel barrel fillers real quick. So yeah, one of our refineries is gonna go here, but we're not gonna place it yet because we need the space to build. But another one of our refineries is going to go here. So it's not gonna be on a pipe, it's gonna be on block instead. So right here. And then we're gonna pick the output here. And let's finish off this side here. So a pipe curving that way and a pipe going out that way. And then slab here. This is where our junctions is gonna be, but we need to curve the pipe first. This way. So like that. Break these two. And place a slab here. And then these are where our tanks are gonna be. Okay, so junction here. Now we're gonna go out from here. So 1, 2, 3, break 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then break the 3. So every time after you get a tank, you're gonna do that. So here, 1, 2, 3, break 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, break 3, and then that's one of the 4 refinery sections done. Now here is there are gonna be 2 refineries over here. So you're gonna need a slab here. It's gonna remove all the couple of gold blocks to like make it look the visuals better, I guess. I don't know. And here we have the junction here, and we're gonna place 1 pipe out here. Do not place 2 or else you'll mess up this curve. You have to redo the whole thing. And this is where another refinery is gonna go, right here. And then this way we're gonna do 2 pipes and then the curve out this one. And then here's where our last refinery is gonna go. So now we're gonna make the outputs of those refineries. Make a little 2 pipe extension here. Pipe junction is gonna be here, and then go out this way, and then straight across that way. So like that. So you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, each side. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. So this is chest, this is fuel barrel filler, and this is tank. I'm gonna be using telecellars instead of chest, but it's whatever you choose. So now we're gonna do this refinery's output. So we want 2 pipes like this, and then this is where our pipe chunk is gonna be. And now for this one's unique. Just the tank's gonna be right here. So now 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then here we're gonna actually want to go 2 pipes across. And then this is where our tank is gonna be here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right here. All right. Now this one is a little more complicated. So the pipe junction goes here, and one of the tanks goes here. So tank goes here for this one. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now what we're gonna do here is curve the pipe this way. So pipe junction goes here, and the tank goes here, but the fuel barrel filler actually goes on top of this pipe, not on a block. It goes on top of the pipe. Remember that. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and this is where one of the fuel barrel fillers go. Okay, and that's pretty much how the pipe layout goes. Now remove all the unnecessary blocks. All the slabs that I have right now are the necessary ones. So just be a little careful when you're doing this too. Once you memorize it enough, you're not really gonna need to do this, but it just makes building a lot easier. Fuck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all the ones underneath. Get rid of those. Okay, how do I get back up here? Okay, now we're gonna place in our shit. So I'm using telecells instead of chests, remember that. But unless you're in hardcore, just use chests for the oil, because like this farm is really just gonna be for the fuel barrels, I guess. So remember where the refineries go? We're gonna place them now. This one goes here. This one goes on top of this pipe here. This one goes here, and then this one faces this way here. Now, if you place the pipes already, you're not gonna really need to worry about the fact that they're covering the pipes and making things weird. See, because we've already outlined where the tanks are gonna go. They're gonna go past these, all four of these junctions. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh fuck. Okay, so we're gonna place our tanks here, here. Motherfucker. Here, here, and here, and here. And then lastly there. So, remember the order. Tank, then fuel barrel filler, then cellar. If you got the distances right, 2, 3 each time, then they should line up good enough. So, like that. Boom. And remember, this goes on top of the pipe. All 8 of these. Now, when you're placing the cellars, remember to configure them, of course. And every time you replace them, you're gonna have to configure it. And every time you want to harvest them, if you're using cellars, you're gonna actually have to break them. I think they removed the fact that you can withdraw from them because like it was used for like a dupe glitch or some shit. I don't know. And yeah, you're just pretty much done from there. Okay, so what I'd recommend doing now is going underneath and making sure you don't have any extra blocks. The bridge, you don't have to worry about. So this is what the underview should look like. Here, let me make it easier for you to see by breaking the gold blocks, so it's less obstructed. Alright, underview looks like this. So, and if you just want to base this farm off of screenshots instead of like just watching this long ass tutorial, all I have to do right here is just remove the tanks and the refineries, and you can just screenshot this. And this can work too. Alright, so yeah, let me get out of the way so you can see it better. Alright, so like you can just screenshot this. That can work too. Just make sure you know how to do the center, because that's the more complicated part. Alright, well that's pretty much it. Go fuck yourself. You know, I never really explained the point of having 4 oil refineries and having the tanks there, when technically a deposit only needs 2 refineries because it makes oil every 5 seconds, and a refinery refines 1 oil in 10 seconds. So you really only need 2, but the reason we have 4 is to account for RNG. And the reason we have tanks is also to account for RNG. So let me explain something dumb about pipe junctions that I kind of like brought out in my fucking island tour. But sometimes they just randomly pick sides for like hours on end, and then you'll lose a lot of oil that way if you don't place a tank, because a tank will be a way to store any of that excess oil once it jumps to the other side. If that kind of makes sense. Same thing with the refineries. Send them all to one side, maybe it won't suffer as much and have less loss as a result. All right, whatever.